Hi, my name's Leon and I'm a physiotherapist and White Tiger Qigong instructor. So I get quite a few people coming into my clinic who are struggling with a pathology known as sciatica. Sciatica is pain which emanates from the sciatic nerve, which starts in the lumbosacral region of your back and travels all the way down into the foot. It is intensely debilitating, very painful. However, it is more often than not treated in a conservative way through exercise, mobility, and having adequate strength in the trunk, lumbar, and gluteal region of the body. So today we're going to go through a selection of Qigong exercises which are going to help reduce the discomfort from sciatica and in some cases reduce it and remove it completely. So let's get into the exercises. So we are going to start off this Qigong exercise set with something called the dragon back or the wave, and I'll show you side on. So what we're really looking for when someone has sciatica is to get a little bit more mobility and movement through the lumbosacral region of the spine, which is the bottom of the spine. So what you can see me doing here is sitting back as if I'm going to sit back onto a chair, and then I bring my pelvis forward, causing a posterior tilt of the pelvis, then my abdomen forward, then the chest. The head we just keep on an even level, just going forwards and back without too much movement. But essentially we're trying to create a ripple wave effect coming through the spine. And it should be soft, undulating, and relaxed. So you can try different hand placements, having one on what we call the dantian, just below the belly button, and one on the chest. You can feel the bottom hand move and then the top hand move. So it's like you're moving the wave between both hands. And you may even feel that the hands come a little closer together when you're sitting back, and then as the wave comes up the spine, the hands move further apart. And this is hand position 3, where you just have the arms relaxed by the side. And if this feels good, even once I've moved on to the next exercise, you can keep going for as long as feels comfortable to you. The next movement we're going to go into is the swing, where we're working with rotation of the spine. You'll notice there's a little bob in the knees. At no point during these initial exercises are we having locked out joints, because in the terminology itself it says if something's locked, the energy can't transfer through that joint. So we want to keep a soft bend in the knees for these initial movements. The arms are heavy, just like pendulums. The neck turns in line with the torso, but again, it's a relaxed movement, and we're moving with our breath. Nice, slow, even, and relaxed. So we're trying to use as little muscle force as energy. And again, through this rotation, we're creating a little stretch through the muscles of the torso and trying to relieve any tension that we might be holding there. And bringing that movement to a stop. Next movement is going to be rolling the ball. So we're going to step out with our left foot, shoulder wider than shoulder width apart. We're going to lower ourselves into a flat back, and it's like we're rolling a ball between the hands as the hips roll from side to side and the shoulders roll from side to side as well. Remembering that the neck is part of the spine, So we don't want to be tilting the head up too far or allowing it to drop down too far either. Keeping it in line with the rest of the spine. Here we can take the ball over to the left as we continue that rotational movements. Back to the middle, and then over to the right foot. Rolling the ball. Back to center. And what this is doing is starting to mobilize and create a little bit more movement through the hips. And rolling the ball as we come up. Stepping the left foot back in to what we call a Wu Chi stance, our ready stance. So here we're going to go through a stretch for the bladder meridians. So the hands come up over the head and we bend forwards with a flat back, and then allow ourselves to drop down towards the ground. We can hold onto the elbows to create a deeper stretch into the lumbar spine and the muscles of the lumbar spine. Release the arms and trace the arms up the body, bending the knees, hands on the lower back, and we arch backwards. Again, drawing the arms up through the center line of the body, stretching up with the palms up towards the heavens. We bend forwards with a flat back, and then we allow ourselves to sink down towards the floor. In a relaxed manner, we can take hold of the elbows, allow the spine to stretch a little bit deeper. This is a wonderful stretch for the sciatic nerve. And then we glide back up, hands onto the lower back, the kidney region, and then we arch back again. So we're working in both directions. Flexion of the torso and then extension. We'll do that movement one more time. Hands press up towards the heavens. And then we bend forwards with a flat back. And then allow ourselves to sink down towards the earth. Again, taking hold of the elbows to increase that stretch. Releasing the elbows. And then we allow the hands to glide up the front of the legs. Hands into the lower back kidney region, arching the back once more. And then coming back up to a neutral position. So here's another stretch for the bladder and kidney meridians. We stretch the hands up. As the hands get down to the waist, we lift the ball of the foot, reaching forwards. The hands, if they can reach, go underneath the foot, underneath the ball of the foot, drawing the torso towards the thigh. Ball of the foot goes back to the earth, arms stretch back up, and again we're going to glide down the center channel of the body, hands down either side of the legs, holding on to the ball of the foot, drawing the torso towards the thigh. Really feeling that reach. We glide down again, lifting the ball of the foot, holding underneath, torso towards the thigh. And then as we draw ourselves up, we're going to step that right foot back in, reaching up, left foot goes out. We glide down the left leg, holding onto the ball of the foot, torso towards the thigh. We release, putting the ball of the foot down, hands glide up, reaching up nice and tall, and down we go again. And we'll do this stretch one more time. And back to our Wu Chi ready stance. Just to close this sequence, the warm-up section of the exercises. And then we can prepare for the peak movement, which is going to be the Leopard from White Tiger Qigong, 5 element forms. So moving into our holding the chi ball position. Right hand at the heart center, left at the lower dantian, 2 fingers below the belly button, about 6 inches away from the body, hands facing towards each other. We step out with the left leg into a nice deep stance as we rotate through the torso, eyes looking towards the left hand, rotating back towards the front. We sit into a deep horse stance, strengthening through the gluteals, muscles and the lower legs, thighs, stretching through the left side of the torso. Coming back up to our ready stance, holding the chi ball, preparing to go out to the right. So what's beautiful about the Leopard Form in regards to sciatica is we're working with rotational movements of the spine, but also working with lateral flexion or side bends, which are really going to manipulate, stretch and open up those muscle fibers of the lower back, which often start to get very tight when someone is struggling with sciatica or sciatic type pains. So we'll do one more time, going in each direction. Again, one of the benefits of the Leopard Form is that yes, we're stretching, we're creating mobility, but we are also creating strength in that lower limb, which is vital for balancing out the components of mobility, flexibility and strength. If we overstretch, we lose quality in the contractile compartment or quality of the muscle. If we just strengthen, we lose some of that flexibility. So we really want to find that balance between the three: mobility, flexibility, and strength. Excellent. So completing the form, we lower the hands, raising them up to the side to close. Nice, deep, relaxing breath. And what we do here is just take a moment to do what we call zhang, standing like a tree or standing like a post, where we're just working with our breath and the focus of our energy. So we can do something here called the 4 gates, where we're breathing in through the nose, down into the dantian, which again is 2 fingers below the belly button. And as we breathe out, we focus on the energy going out of our hands, our palms, and the soles of our feet. So again, we're breathing in through the nose, energy coming down into that dantian region. And as we breathe out, we focus on the hands and the feet. And it might be nice to stay here for anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes, or as long as it feels comfortable for you. Next, we're going to move into a movement called the tiger. I'll show you from a 45-degree angle here, so you can see the workings of the pelvis, which are a critical component of doing this movement well. We'll raise the hands to prepare. And throughout these movements, you're going to make tiger claws with your fingers, and you're going to keep those tiger claws throughout. So the initial part here, we're tilting the pelvis backwards. Now we're moving into a forward anterior tilt. as the arms go straight out behind us. Anterior tilt, posterior tilt of the pelvis. All the while, we're building strength in a stable position through the legs. So we're really working, it might seem small, but we're really working on gaining that mobility through the lower part of the back whilst building that strength and stability through the legs. Arms coming up and breathing out as we draw the energy down. So we'll move through these movements again. This time we'll add the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in as we step out, and as we send our tiger claws forwards, we breathe out. Breathing in. As the arms go out behind us, we breathe out. Breathing in. Breathing out as the tiger claws go forwards. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breath comes in. And the breath goes out nice and slow. Bring our arms back down to that Buchi stance. And here we close. Just turning back to the front to face you. Again, we'll go into our 4-gate breathing here. So breathing in through the nose, energy coming down to the lower dantian. And as we breathe out, we focus the energy on our hands, our palms, and the soles of our feet. Breathing out through the nose. So I hope you've enjoyed this White Tiger video in using Qigong to help with sciatica. If you'd like to know more about White Tiger Qigong, you can look on the website, which is whitetigerqigong.com. So my name's Leon, and it's been my pleasure to make this video for you.